It all started when two people fell in love. No, make that four. Because four people fell in love, that's how my story started. I cannot start off in the present. I must take you back to March 3rd, 1990, the day my parents decided to make their love public with marriage. It was that day that my story began, one that is 23 years in the making. As a young girl, I loved many things: hunting and fishing with my dad, curling up with my mom on Saturday mornings while she enjoyed her cup of coffee, coloring, playing with cats, praying for people, and little babies. Life, it was simple for me. 6 years later, my baby brother was born. Life became different. I was no longer the center of attention, but began to share a room with someone that was sometimes a little stinky and annoying. No need to worry though, 17 years later, and he's someone I look up to and is one of my very best friends. I must push pause on my life story for a moment. In the beginning, I said this is about four people who fell in love. And no, this isn't about me and the man that I'm in a relationship with now. I believe that where I'm at, the people in my life or not in my life, are all because of choices that I've made. I see life as a spider web. You start off in the center and your ultimate goal is to get to the outer rim. Like a maze, there is one very quick way to get to that point, but like a web, there are many possible options to get there. A wrong turn can and most likely will be made, but when you keep your eyes up, you're bound to find your destination. Every moment in life is an adventure, so let's continue mine. Middle school and high school came and went, and honestly, nothing exciting happened for me. I played basketball, was a drummer in the band, made okay grades, and walked around barefoot a lot. The most impactful moments in my life happened during the summers when I would attend mission trips to the Navajo Indian Reservation in Arizona with my church. I was always pushed by my pastor, who's also my father, to live a life outside of my comfort zone. I was different than others. I lived a life of adventure and one that was set apart. I was by no means perfect or flawless, but I always strived to be more than ordinary. After high school, I attended Texas Bible Institute in Columbus, Texas. While at TBI, I learned a lot about biblical foundations, media, purpose, and what it meant to serve. It was there that I learned my calling in life and fell in love. You see, this man that I gave my heart to, he's not like any other. He puts me first always, even when I'm a selfish brat that only thinks about herself. He knows when to leave me alone or surround me with his praise and affection. He sees me as perfect and flawless even when the only thing I see are the blemishes in my life. This man I'm talking about is Jesus. The moment I officially met him and decided to live my life for him and him alone was the moment that I felt fulfilled. When you know Jesus, who he is and what he did for you, is when you can really and truly understand who you are. Life, it will finally make sense. Jesus began to reveal the because of my life to me, his ultimate glorious plan. Following Jesus took me to Africa for about 11 months where I taught missionary children. Talk about the most exhilarating moment for a girl. Well, while there, my lordship and discipleship with Christ grew daily. His word became alive to me and I had a whole new focus in life: loving God, serving others, and teaching. From that moment on, I decided that teaching young people was the direction where we to go. When I say we, I mean the Holy Spirit and I. Because my parents fell in love, I was able to fall in love with Jesus. Without him, I wouldn't have a passion to serve, write, or teach. My story isn't over. In fact, a new chapter has just began for me. I'm excited about the choices I get to make each and every single day, even when they turn out not to be the exact ones I need to make. I know that I'll always have someone guiding me along the way. Learning and growing is the only way to go.